Good girl. Hello. Here's Boys joining us. Hopefully you can see me. Let me turn this up a little bit. Brightness level went up for me. Hi there. So I realized I haven't made a video in a little bit, and so I figured that I would quickly go live so that we could catch up, talk a little bit. I am currently in the process of moving, and so I don't really have time to like film a full video. Also, I'm like putting stuff away and packing and stuff, so like my stuff, I don't want to have to like get it all back out and film. So I figured I'd go online and do a live stream in the meantime, because as you know, if you've ever moved, moving is very hectic. So, hey guys, thank you guys for everyone who's already here. So yeah, I just feel like in the diabetes world, things change so fast. Like if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you know, because I posted it, and you might know anyway, that the FDA approved the Tandem t:slim pump with Control IQ, which, so basal IQ just suspends your insulin to prevent lows, or if you're already low, to minimize how long you're low and that kind of stuff. But the Control IQ will also increase your insulin to prevent or minimize highs. So it's going to work in both ways, which is really awesome. So I'm super excited to try Control IQ. I was told that I was put on the early list to hopefully get it pretty soon. So I'm very excited to try it out and tell you guys what I think. I think most people are going to be able to upgrade their current t:slims in January is what I heard. I don't really know. And so it's just a remote upgrade. So you would just get an email, you plug in your pump to your computer, and it'll go through some like education modules, and then it will upgrade your pump and you'll have it for free is what I was told. But yeah, I should get it hopefully next week is what I was told. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm really excited. I've been waiting for that for a really long time. I'm excited that it's linked with the Dexcom, because Dexcom has no calibrations, and I just love Dexcom. And you also can't be exited from Control IQ, like Medtronic's auto mode. You can be exited for a lot of different reasons from auto mode. And so I like that you can't be exited from it, is what I've heard. So obviously I haven't used it yet. It was literally just FDA approved, but I'm really, really excited to try it out. So let's check in on the chat. How long have you had diabetes? I've had it for 16 years. How's your BGs with the move? Good. I haven't really fully, like all I've done basically is I went through everything in my house and I picked stuff I wanted to throw away, donate, and keep. And so I haven't actually like moved stuff over to the new place yet. I should be able to on the 15th. Not due to the neighbors. Technically, no. The reason I'm moving mainly is because I want a yard for my dog. But part of the reason that this place isn't working is because of a neighbor situation, unfortunately. Where are you moving to? I am moving, I just got a Dexcom alert, 173. I am moving within the same town. My friends are going to rent me their house, which I'm really excited about. I've never lived in a house since I was growing up. So like when I've rented places, it's always had a shared wall in some way or another. So I'm really excited to have my own like housing unit. I'm not buying it, I'm renting it, and have a yard. The yard is kind of the biggest thing that I'm really, really excited about. Some also perks to it. It's got heated floors. It's got a jetted tub. It's bigger than my current place. So yeah, I'm really, really excited, but obviously it's kind of hectic when you're moving. I enjoy your vlogs. Thank you. In Canada, it will be longer. I know everything takes a little bit longer to get to Canada, I feel like, for diabetes stuff. It's a bummer. Where was that? If you could be any insect, what insect would you be? I hate insects. Wow, my computer screen is so dirty. But there are a few insects that are cute. Definitely not spiders. I don't think ladybugs are that cute, or butterflies, honestly. Like when you get up close, they're pretty yucky. Those little fuzzy caterpillars are cute, the like woolly bears. And I also really like fireflies, but up close, those are also really gross. So yeah. I just got the G6. Congratulations. Love those yards for the doggies. How do you keep your pump and CGM on in the shower and during activity? I disconnect my pump for the shower. During activity, I have like different pouches and belts and clips and things to keep it in place. How did you find out that you got on the early list for the new update? My tandem rep told me. What month did you get diabetes? August 27th, 2003. Do you feel the Dexcom G6 is accurate to what you feel? Most of the time, I am shocked at how accurate my G6 is with no calibrations. Of course, every once in a while it is off, and that's just the nature of wearing a device that is reading your glucose differently than your blood sugar check. But meters can be off too. Meters can be off by 20% and still be considered accurate. If your strips are expired too, it's going to be even more off. If you didn't wash your hands, it could be even more off. And so, I mean, sadly, nothing is perfect. Oh, last time you moved, you said it was due to neighbors, and that's why I was kidding around. I know, right? So sad. Now you guys are all going to think that I'm the problem. It's mostly due to like people having issues with amps and like barking and stuff like that. At least the first one was, but she was a little, she had some mental problems too. So that was different. And then this one was more due to, at first I had a dog door, and then my neighbor got kind of annoyed, I think. And so they decided I can't have a dog door. And so that's really hard for me, for amps to like be able to use the restroom whenever she wants. So yeah. How many kids do you want? Wow. Is this a date? You probably don't ask that on a date, but, I definitely want kids. I guess I'll answer this. This is a weird question, but I want at least 2, maybe 3, 4 max, and 5 would really, really, really be pushing it. But I'd say 2 or 3 is like a good number for me. I love kids, though. I definitely want to be a mom. Do you get skin irritation from your pump and CGM? I do. I have really sensitive skin. So pretty much every time I take off, not so much the Dexcom, but the Infusion set, it makes me very itchy. And it gets red and stuff. So I just let it heal. I don't have anything special I do. I used to put, like when I was a kid, I used to put Neosporin on a Band-Aid and put it on, but I just leave it and it heals. What's your opinion on Omnipod Horizon? So my understanding is Omnipod Horizon is Omnipod's version of closed loop with Dexcom, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think they want it to be on a phone. Maybe. I don't know. I've tried the Omnipod. I have videos on it you can check out. I just don't like the size of the pod. Not so much the size of the actual pod on my body, like how far it comes up. It's not that big, but more the adhesive. As I said, I have really sensitive skin, and so all that adhesive really, really irritates my skin, and I don't mind tubing. So if it was on a phone and Dexcom and it had an algorithm that adjusted your insulin for you and stuff, obviously that's super cool. But the pod itself is the thing I have trouble with. Anyway, so yeah, I'm moving. Control IQ is coming out. I'm super excited. And then the other thing that came out that I never talked about is Baqsimi. So they came out with a glucagon that you don't even inhale it. You just spray it in your nose, which I think is super cool. So I just got that for the first time. Obviously, I haven't not used it, but glucagon is that emergency injection that you might need to give, like if your blood sugar was to go, let's say, so low that you passed out or you weren't able to take in things orally, you would need to raise it somehow. And so you can do that with a glucagon injection, or It's awesome. They just came out with a nasal spray. So I got it and it was covered by my insurance. And yeah, I think that's just a lot easier. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I had major needle phobia when I was first diagnosed. And obviously I've worked through that, but there's still like hints of things where I would definitely prefer not to do a needle if I didn't have to. And so the fact that I can do a spray in my nose if needed, or somebody else could, is really awesome. And I think it's less scary for teaching family and friends how to use it because it's not an injection. So I think that's cool personally. I've never had to use glucagon, thankfully. Let's see. Let's go back up. Do you have tips on air travel with pump supplies? I did a whole video on going through the TSA with the pump and everything like that. For the most part, you want to keep all your diabetes supplies in your carry-on so that you have it with you. Also because the checked bags can get, like the temperature fluctuations are pretty wide, so you could make some of your items go bad. So plus, you know, sometimes things happen and your flight might get delayed and then your luggage doesn't make it on your next flight and blah, blah, blah. So you would hate to get your luggage lost and not have anything you need for your diabetes. So always, always, always put it in your carry-on. Do you want boy or girls, and what would their names be? I don't know. All the above. I want boys and girls. I feel the pod is so slow. What do you mean by slow? Hi, Carly. You know what's weird is the chat isn't refreshing for me. I don't know. Anyway, when are you moving? You have a date set for that? Yeah, I have to be out of this place by the 1st. And so I get to start moving my stuff over on the 15th, which I'm realizing now, is that tomorrow? That's tomorrow. Oh, the other thing I was going to talk about. So my parents are visiting me. I'm super excited. But I was also really, really bummed because they were supposed to come in last night and it was canceled due to weather. So I was all excited. I was like cleaning up my place, and then I got a call and they weren't able to come in. And obviously they were super bummed too. So they're supposed to come in tonight, hopefully. The weather kind of looks the same as yesterday, so I'm really, really hoping they get to. But they're going to be here until the 18th. So I'm really not planning to move anything over until after they leave, so that I can spend time with them and not be like, nobody wants to move stuff. You know, like I'm sure if I asked them, they would love and be willing to help me move stuff. But that's not really how I want to spend my time with them. I want to hang out and do Christmas things, because I'm doing Christmas early, basically. No tree, you're slacking on the tree. That's the trouble with moving around Christmas. I usually decorate for Christmas very early. I usually decorate in November, mid-November, early November, before Thanksgiving. I don't care about that rule. Sorry. If you want to wait till after Thanksgiving, more power to you. But I want to decorate as soon as I feel in my heart that it is the Christmas season. So usually I'm already decorated. I have Christmas stuff everywhere. I'm moving though. So I'm trying to get stuff taken down and put away and not taken out. So I have not put up my tree. I have not put up anything. I did, however, go to the store and I saw these little tiny real trees. And so I did buy one. There it is. You can kind of see it. So that's all I have, just because, and it made me so happy to buy it because I love Christmas, and it's a bummer when you can't decorate for Christmas. And so when I saw that, I was like, I'm going to just buy it. Let's just do it. It's just little. I don't ever have a real tree because my family was allergic. My dad and my brother were allergic growing up. So I just thought it'd be fun, and it has been. But I totally forgot that it would make my house smell different. And so when I came home, I was like, what does that smell? I was like, it smells good, but what is that? And it's the tree. So super exciting. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. You need the gifts under the tree. All my gifts are up in my guest room, wrapped and ready to go. Because this weekend is Christmas for me. It's funny because I keep forgetting that it's not Christmas for everyone this weekend. So I keep wanting, I don't know, I keep like thinking of it in the lens of like, well, it's Christmas this weekend and like people are celebrating, they're gonna be busy. And like when I see people, I want to like acknowledge that. And then I remember it's literally not Christmas this weekend, but for me it is. So Merry Christmas, everyone. Woohoo. So yeah, I want to talk about Baqsimi. Nobody has paid me to talk about Baqsimi. I just think it's cool that there's nasal glucagon. That's a huge deal. I wanted to talk about Control IQ. Nobody's paying me to talk about Control IQ. I'm just very excited about it. And I'm excited about Christmas and my family visiting and moving. There's a lot going on right now. It's kind of crazy, but I'm excited. I hate moving. I'm sure everybody does. But once I'm there, it'll be really great. It's been really good to like go through all my stuff and get rid of stuff that I really don't need. I've just been holding on to it for no reason. And so it was great to throw a lot of stuff away and donate a lot of stuff. So yeah, I think stuff-wise, I don't feel like I have that much stuff, but furniture is always tricky. You always have to get help for that. And so that's the kind of thing that's just extra challenging. But I'm really excited for Amber's to have a yard. She's never had a yard. She's only had a balcony or a patio area, and she's never had like a full yard to just like live her best life. Let me show you her real quick. I keep glancing over because she's laying on the couch sleeping. Look at her. You see that little peanut? She's just like her mom. She loves fuzzy blankets. It's a thing. We're very comfy in this household. So yeah, let me go back to the chat now and see what else you guys want to talk about. Feel free to ask me any questions. Tell me what you're up to. Tell me what you've got planned for Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas. Tell me what you're excited about in the diabetes world with stuff coming out. I'm trying to think. I feel like more stuff is coming out. Let's see. The premixed glucagon also came out, Gvoke. So before you had to like, whoa, I just got gassy. Before you had to, you know that feeling like when you have a burp? There it goes. And it won't come out. Before you had to have a vial of powder and a syringe, and you had to inject the liquid into the vial, mix it up, pull it out, and then you could give the glucagon injection. And obviously in an emergency situation, and also just when you're training someone how to do this, it's kind of intimidating and potentially confusing and a lot of room for error. And so they also came out with a glucagon pen that is pre-mixed. So that's really exciting. I think right now, I don't know, I'm not fully up to date. I saw they released a syringe version of the premixed glucagon. So you don't have to reconstitute it. It comes premixed and you can just, in an emergency situation, inject it into the thigh muscle and be good. But they're also coming out with an auto-injector pen. So kind of similar to like an EpiPen. So it'd be really, really easy for people to give. So that's really cool too. And so there's it's cool when they're coming up with innovations that are something you don't typically think of. Like I don't know. I don't know if I've ever thought like, they should really think about updating glucagon, you know, but they have been, and that's really cool. Another thing I don't typically think about, so like I always think about like updates to pumps and updates to CGMs and algorithms and closed loop, but I don't typically think about like an infusion set. And I have heard that they're trying to update infusion sets and figure out how to get the set to last longer than 3 days and like all that kind of stuff, which would be super amazing. And I just never like considered that. So I love that there's a lot of companies out there and research organizations and things looking at all different aspects of diabetes management and trying to think of ways to like make it better. Because until we have a cure, obviously that would be like the best case scenario. That's what we want. But until then, it's nice to make diabetes more manageable and just like easier in some ways. Also affordable would be nice. I see some people talking about insurance and money in the chat. I just don't feel anywhere near qualified to talk about the price of things. I'm blessed to work in the healthcare field. I have picked an insurance plan that works well if you have a lot of prescriptions. And so it does cost a lot to have diabetes, even with insurance. Like, I'm not going to lie, but I do have a full-time job and I pay for my insurance through my job. And so I'm able to afford things like that. But it's not nothing. Like, it still costs me money every single year. Thankfully, I hit my deductible really, really fast. And so up front in the year, I pay a lot of money. And then since like, I don't remember which month it started being free, but all my prescriptions have been free once after I hit some deductible, and it's amazing. So like I pick up my insulin and it's free. I pick up my Dexcoms and they're free. Other medications are free. It's really nice, but you do pay a lot up front. And obviously I pay monthly for my insurance. So in terms of people that don't have insurance and that kind of stuff, I deal with that a lot at work, getting people the insulin. A lot of doctors' offices will have samples that they can give you for free to kind of tide you over if you're ever running out or low. Obviously, that's not a long-term solution. There's also medication assistance programs, at least at my hospital, that can sometimes help people get their medications. Sometimes, unfortunately, doctors have to switch you to another type of medication that's either less expensive or it's just the brand that your insurance prefers if you do have insurance, and it might be pretty much the exact same medication, but a different brand that they prefer. And so that can make it cheaper. There's also coupons you can get either from your doctor's office or online. A lot of them are online, which is really nice. And what else was I going to say? Oh, actually the insulin companies and stuff have their own medication assistance programs. From what I've heard from patients, it's not like the easiest thing. You got to complete a lot of paperwork and show proof of income or proof of income. I can't remember if it was proof of income, but they ask for a lot of information basically, but they can help you get things at a more affordable price. But it's not free. It's definitely still money, but that's kind of how any illness is, unfortunately. Like if you have something, it costs money and it sucks, but that's kind of how it is. So yeah, I think diabetes is definitely an expensive disease, but I don't know how to go about making it over like across the board more affordable for everyone. So hopefully that's not too depressing, but that's kind of like where I'm at, I guess. Okay. Anyway, sorry, just got a text. So let me go up a little bit. People are saying Merry Christmas to me. Thank you. I love Christmas. What else? Danica, help with this. They don't believe me. What does that mean? What do you need help with? Let's see. That would be so awesome. I need the set to last longer. They should call it glucagon. Yeah, they should. Are you in marketing? You should be. Diabetes Deb says it's snowing. Mr. Hello. Wow. Mr. Halo Psycho says, I find that sites go bad less so because of the infusion set, but more due to the surrounding tissue. So I was actually told the reason infusion sets can only last 3 days, the basic reason that I was always told is just because your body doesn't like something foreign in it. And so it starts to kind of heal over it after 3 days. But I recently was told it's also the preservatives in the insulin. Dang it. Am I remembering this right? And that is what also causes it to only last for 3 days. And so that's part of the issue, I guess. So trying to work around that or something. Dang, I don't feel like I know this well enough. But yeah. Stock up now. I know, right? I'm actually like super stocked on my diabetes stuff. First of the year, man. Really going to spend a lot of money on diabetes. Let's see. We can't get coupons in Ontario, Canada. Really? Are those only an American thing? I guess I didn't know. I think it's so funny that they still call them coupons. Like, I don't know. To me, a coupon, I just always think of a grocery store and like trying to save big on brand names. And it's just like bizarre to me that you can get a coupon for a prescription. I don't know. It doesn't quite like compute. How should you tell your friends that you have diabetes? It's just been so long, I feel like, since I've had an issue with this that it's hard for me to like remember what it was like. I mean, when I was first diagnosed, they all knew because I was like in the hospital and stuff. But I feel like in general for new people, I don't bring it up unless it comes up for the most part. But in my world, it comes up a lot because I work in diabetes. So it comes up really fast. That's the main reason, actually. I was like about to list things. That's the main one. So it's not a huge secret. And then also when you're hanging out with friends or meeting new people as an adult, it's often like over food. And so when food is in the picture, diabetes shows up because I'm looking at my Dexcom and I'm dosing my insulin and stuff. So I find that it comes up pretty fast. But for safety reasons, you might need to bring it up sooner in case you need someone looking out for you or being aware of the signs of a low or how to do glucagon or something like that. You might need to tell them sooner. So just be chill about it. I have found that the way that you present it is the way that they're going to receive it. So if you present it as this stressful, high-strung, anxiety-producing thing, that's how they're going to take it. But if you present it as this is another part of my life, this is what's going on with it, this is what you need to know. Most of the time, everything's fine, but blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. It's just like your whole attitude about it. So like, for instance, when I was going to college for the first time, I was on this roommate matching network is what they called it. And so it's basically like online dating, except for it's to find a roommate and it's through your college. And so we were talking for a little bit back and forth. And then eventually I was like, I have something I have to tell you. I just want to let you know that I have diabetes. Like if like blood or needles really freaks you out, like I just wanted to let you know ahead of time to make sure that you're okay with it, blah, blah, blah. And I found that that was too much. I think it was nice of me to do that because you want to make sure that they're okay with it. But I think the way I presented it was too intense because it made her think that it was a not bigger deal or worse thing, but kind of than it was. Like it gave her a weird impression. And now we're still really good friends to this day. And she like is totally understanding with diabetes. She's one of those non-diabetics that just gets it. And she's so fun and I love her. But she'll just joke about that email because it was like kind of sounding scary. And then it ended up to be not this terrible, huge deal. So I don't know. I think it really depends how you present it, basically. What's your thoughts on Sanofi leaving the insulin business? I saw some little blurb about that. Are they officially like done making insulin or they're just not developing new insulins? I didn't read the article. That person says she was born with diabetes. Type 1 is an autoimmune disease, so technically that autoimmune response could happen at any time. So most people get diagnosed with type 1 around like puberty age. So like I was 11, about that kind of early adolescence time. But there are older people that are diagnosed. People can be diagnosed at 60, 40, 30, any age. Technically, there's babies that are diagnosed. I think the youngest I've seen in my clinic was where I work was 18 months. But I mean, technically, if the autoimmune response happened, can it happen in the womb though? I don't know if it can. I'm guessing you were a baby, but I don't know if it was literally at birth, but I could be wrong. Also, there's different ways to get diabetes. So like maybe it's not autoimmune, but maybe your pancreas was damaged or not fully formed. And so you don't make insulin. And so that kind of thing could be like causing your diabetes. Sorry, I keep getting text messages and my parents are flying in. So I'm trying to make sure that I keep up to date on what's going on. Significant weather advisory. Dang it. I really hope they get to come tonight. The weather kind of looks the same. Christmas needs to happen this weekend. I'm fine. Anyway, their flight isn't for like 7 hours, or they're not supposed to get here for like 7 hours. Their flight is probably in like 5 hours. Please pray that they get to come. I really want them to come. Can you hear me when I talk that quiet? I have no idea what the audio is like at all. Let's see. Where's your cute puppy? Her fur baby is asleep on the couch. I'll show her again. Everybody look. If you're doing something else, if you're cleaning your house or folding laundry, I don't know. What do you do while you listen to these type of things? Whatever you're doing, look at the screen now. I'm going to show Amps. Amps. Hi, cutie. Can you say hi? People were asking about you. What a good girl. It's so funny when so right now she's not as fluffy as she can be. Obviously, you've seen her much fluffier. But when she lays down, her fur like gets pushed up. And so then she sits up and it's still kind of pushed. I don't know if you can see it. She's kind of far away from the camera. But yeah, that's her. She's sleeping. She got some vaccines yesterday. And she's just, she's a dog. She's just chilling. Usually she's sleeping during the day when I'm at work. Sorry, I'm trying to see where I left off here. I was diagnosed this year. I hope things are going well. Are you the Christmas cook? No. I don't know if we're going to do Christmas dinner. We're having, hopefully, well, we're supposed to have a steak dinner last night, but then their flight was canceled. And so we're hoping to have it tonight, but I'm kind of worried because the weather is like kind of the same. So I don't know if we're going to have like a traditional Christmas dinner while they're here. We might have it for Christmas. I guess I don't know. We just had Thanksgiving. And so my brother made the turkey on the Traeger and it was so good. You put like tons of like syrup and butter on it and it was like perfectly browned and really moist and delicious. And then everyone else made side dishes and just brought them like potluck style. So I made some slow cooker mac and cheese. So yeah. I am a Christmas baker though. Usually we have a Christmas baking day. We make like 5 or 6 different things. My sister-in-law, my mom and I, and it's a whole thing. I even bought us matching pullover jacket thing, not hoodies. I guess they're called pullovers, kind of like this actually, but no loops. And it said Christmas baking team on it. And so that's kind of what we do. You're making me hungry. I wonder how much the chat is delayed. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I was wanting to talk about in this. Because I just feel like the last 3 videos, maybe just 2 videos I've made were like follow me around vlogs. I haven't done a live stream in a while. And I just felt like there's a lot to update on. Like I'd never said that I was moving. I'd never talked about Control IQ on here, obviously. Well, I have, but not since it's been approved. Or like the Baqsimi nasal glucagon or the premix glucagon. Wow, look at that light. Or anything like that. So I definitely wanted to chat about that. Also, clearly I need a haircut. But what else? That might be it. What other updates should I give you? Anybody wondering about anything else? You're fine with the delay. I just typed that less than 1 minute. Okay, that's good. I definitely know there's a delay, but I never know. Not I never know, but I don't typically know like how long it is. I want to ask a question, but I feel like it's biased because I'm literally on YouTube right now. But I don't know. When I want to do a live stream, I never quite know where to do it. So like here on YouTube, I feel like my home on the internet for Diabetic Danica is on YouTube, but I have 31,000 followers here. Facebook, I technically have more. I have 37,000. But I still feel like YouTube is like my place. And then I also have Instagram, which I feel like if you're not on Instagram, the diabetes community is actually really strong on Instagram, I feel like. And I didn't really realize that until semi-recently, that there's like a lot of influencers on Instagram who are diabetic and open about being diabetic or having diabetes, if that offends you, sorry. And so they post a lot about it, and it just like, it's nice to look at people's Dexcom graphs or see them putting a side on and talking about the highs and lows, literally, of living with diabetes. So definitely get on Instagram and like look up some people. But I can also live stream on there. And so I just never like, kind of want to know what your preference is for where I should live stream when I do. But I guess if you're on this right now, your preference is probably YouTube, but maybe not. Do you get a flu shot? Yes, I do. I work in the medical field, so I sort of have to. And also, ever since I've had diabetes, I was told that it's a good idea to get one for my immunity. Wow. I say a lot. How old am I? 27. I love you on all three. Oh, thank you. Let's just do one on all, right? Brave Maeve here on YouTube. Yeah, I saw you said something about her earlier. She was 18 months when she was diagnosed. That sounds interesting. Oh, little baby Amps. She just moved and she's so cute. I was a type 1 elf today with Santa. That's awesome. That sounds so fun. Could the new glucagon or even glucose be incorporated into pumps to make the pump as really more like an artificial pancreas? Yes, the thing you are describing is a dual hormone artificial pancreas. The islet is one that I know of that they're working on right now, ILET, and they just got FDA approval for a breakthrough designation, which at first I thought meant they've been FDA approved. This is insane. But really, it just means that I think it can move through the FDA process faster, but it hasn't actually been approved. And so it has, like, if you look it up, ILET, it's by Beta Bionics. It has a pump, not that big, obviously. It has a pump, and then it has two tubes coming off of it, and one has insulin and one has glucagon, and so it can give you glucagon for lows and insulin for highs, and it's a really cool idea. Sent you a photo of me as an elf with Santa on Insta. Okay, let's check this out, y'all. Let's check this out. If you don't follow me on Instagram, guess what my name is on Instagram? It's Diabetic Danica. Just Diabetic Danica, not It's Diabetic Danica. Let's see. Image is blurred to protect you from unwanted content. Accept. Nice. That's hilarious. So like on the Christmas story, when someone has, oh, you probably want to see it. When someone has, what am I saying? When a kid comes to see Santa, is it like the Christmas story where like the elf picks them up and puts them on Santa's lap? Or like, what's your job? Like, what do you do as the elf, I guess? For a second, I thought I had 15 dislikes, and I was like, whew, people are salty today. But that's the likes. Never mind. Because we love you on all three. That's sweet. I just helped them select what present they wanted. Oh, there's not that much of a delay. That's sweet. And got a flu shot. Why glucagon for lows and not glucose for the islet device? I don't know. My guess would be is that glucose is infused. Glucose is infused through, I'm so distracted right now. Glucose is infused into your veins typically in the hospital. So I wonder can it be given subcutaneously? I don't know. But glucagon is typically IM, intramuscular, but obviously the set wouldn't be intramuscular, so it must be okay sub-Q. I just think it takes longer, but I don't know about glucose itself. Now people are texting me on Instagram. Do you like having diabetes? I made a video about the 10 things that I like about diabetes. But I made sure to clarify in that video that just because there's things I like about diabetes, it doesn't mean that I like having diabetes. I think that diabetes has brought me a lot of amazing opportunities. It's given me career goals and passion about something. And it's just like opened a lot of doors for me in terms of like the YouTube stuff and getting cool opportunities and things. And I've met some really awesome people through it. And so I can definitely see so many benefits from having it. But that doesn't mean that I like it. So like I am not one of those people who'll be like, if I could choose to get cured tomorrow, I wouldn't take it. Like that's just not me. If someone told me I couldn't have diabetes tomorrow, I'd be like, cool, sounds good, sign me up. You know, depending on what it was. Let's say there was no side effects and it was just like a guaranteed type of like magic miracle type thing. I I would definitely choose to not have it. I mean, there's tons of stuff I don't like about diabetes, obviously. And, for your health, it's not great for your blood sugars to be fluctuating. And yeah, who wouldn't want to be healthier than they currently are in any way, right? Like, I would also love to lose some weight. I would also love to, whatever it might be. So it's not like, I think every day to myself, like, oh, I just hate that I have diabetes and I wish I didn't and blah, blah, blah. It's not like that at all. I typically don't think about that. But if someone could just take it away like that, of course, I would say yes. So, but I can still acknowledge the awesome things that it's given me. It's given us lots of love and hugs. You are so sweet, Deb. Like, you say the sweetest things. I really appreciate that. Okay, I think I'm going to go. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and chatting. I hope you have a great weekend and Christmas, because this weekend is Christmas. No, it's not. Someone said they love my mom. She follows them on Instagram and always says nice things. That's so sweet. I love my mom too. I really, really hope their flight comes in today. I'm going to leave you with a view of Amps. So let me just take you up here. Amps. You want to say bye to the peoples? What a good girl. She looks so sleepy. Okay, bye. Have a great rest of your day.